everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Mademoiselle Lena, and you can find me online at www.conjureknits.com. Today, we are here to do the Cancer Weekly Forecast for March the 6th through the 12th, 2022. We are going to be using a Geomantic Shield spread. I love doing geomancy readings. You have 12 houses. It gives you so much information. It really does. This is probably my favorite way to do readings. If you would like to get your own more personal and in-depth reading, you can do that by going over to my website, clicking on the shop button, and it should pop right up for you. Geomancy Reading. All right. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the mothers, and we will take it from there. All right. Okay, Spirit. Cancer. March the 6th through the 12th for Cancer, Spirit. March the 6th through the 12th for Cancer. Okay, this does take a minute, and so what we'll do is I will continue to go ahead and get the figures and fill in the chart for you, but while I'm doing that, we'll cut on over to commercial, and then we'll be right back.
Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Mademoiselle Lena, and you can find me online at www.conjureknits.com. I would like to say thank you for viewing my video, and if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and click on the little bell so that you'll receive notifications of when I go live or upload new videos. I do try to stay pretty busy here on my channel. I do all 12 zodiac signs for the monthly tarot scopes. On Sundays, we have Conjure Crew with myself, Mambo Tanya, and the Black Bonnet Witch. On Mondays, I upload the weekly forecast. Every day, I do a card of the day reveal. On Wednesdays, we have the virtual book club. We are currently reading the Sword of Truth series by Terry Goodkind. It has been so much fun following Richard and Kaylin on their adventures, so you are definitely going to want to join us for that. I also pop on from time to time and do free readings, so make sure you get my notifications by clicking that little bell. Oh, and by the way, did you know that you can get your monthly tarot scope up to 2 weeks before the general public? Oh yes, check out my Patreon for details. I will drop a link in the description box below. Alright, I feel that I have rambled on long enough. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get back to the video.
Welcome back. I am just finishing up here, and then we'll go over the entire chart. Give me just 1 second. All right. Now we're going to start over here in house 1. Now house 1 is usually about the self. It tells, the personality, how you're feeling, things like that. However, in this case, we are doing a weekly forecast. So house 1 is going to represent how the week starts off. Okay, and in this house, we have Albus. Albus is very, very good. Albus is peace. It's peace, wisdom, purity. It really reminds me of that light at the end of the tunnel, that just purest, most warm white light that you can imagine. It's just comfort. It really is. Sometimes we need a little help, but we always get the help, and so we always, we still feel that feeling of comfort. It could be beginnings, something's coming in, and it just gives you that relief, feeling of relief. It is also ruled by Mercury. So remember, communication is very important this week, okay? I just want to point that out. All right, now let's move over here to house number 2. House number 2 is our money house. Now, in this house, we have poor. And poor, we're not in the poor house. Poor is in the money house, okay? Poor is a masculine energy. It's a very passionate energy. It's more of a force. It's seeking something. It can even be like sudden change. So some of you may be seeking more income, more assets, more property. You're wanting things to move, and it very well could move, and very suddenly you could get a sudden increase, a sudden decrease, depending on your personal situation, because we're going to have 1 million views on this video, so we've got 1 million different people out there. Circumstances could change, and what they're saying is just watch your money this week, because it could suddenly change, whether that be for better or for worse. There is a sudden change here. It's like a force to be reckoned with. So really watch that. And we can find out some more once we get to a couple of other houses. We can find out exactly what that change may be. All right, let's keep moving. We'll go to house number 3. This is the house of siblings, neighbors. It is within a 200-mile radius. This is your immediate surroundings, okay? And you got the dragon's tail. Now, the dragon's tail represents endings. If you look here, you can see this part as a doorway, and these are footsteps leading out the door. So it's a walking away of sorts. It's completion, letting go of the past. You may have, some friends are, with it being your immediate surroundings, it's very possible this could be a move for some of you, because you're letting it go. It's ending. Where you are is like, it's just not working out, and so you decide to just leave. You walk away from it. There may be some conflict within your family or with some neighbors. Friendships may come to an end here as well. All right, let's keep going. We're going to move over to house number 4. House number 4 is about land. It's the building you live in, the city you live in, those types of things. And in this one, you also got that poor, with that masculine energy, that sudden change. And that kind of goes along with this here. So if you are fed up, basically, and wanting to move, it looks like this week might be the time for that to happen. And it looks like it's going to happen suddenly. This could also, for some of you, could be about your father. He could suddenly show up in your life. He could suddenly leave your life, depending on what the situation is. But there is a sudden change. And it could even be, if you move from one house to another, maybe the next town over. But there is some sudden changes going on here in house number 4. Now, this is also a house of unknown objects and ancient things as well. So maybe some antiques. Something suddenly happens. Maybe an antique vase or something gets broken suddenly, or something happens. But there's sudden change going on in house number 4 as well as in your money house. And I do see that you're not happy here. There's some things going to end. Or, it's not so much as ending here as it is in the book of life. You have different chapters, and so you have to close one chapter in order to be able to move on to the next chapter. So this, sometimes completion of one chapter is good because that helps you to move forward. Look, we need to do now. So let's keep going. House number 5. This is the house about crops, child, pleasure. When we talk about crops, it's things such as like when we plant seeds, we water them, we nurture them, we make sure they get plenty of food and sunlight, we watch them grow into full bloom so that we can harvest our crops, right? So this is really about abundance and fertility as well. We've got the child in here, could be about pregnancy, pleasure, sexuality, things like that. And you have the dragon's head in this house. Now, the dragon's head is just the opposite of the dragon's tail. The dragon's head is new beginnings. It's new possibilities. Here's the doorway. You're walking towards that doorway. You're wanting to start something new here. So if you have been trying to get pregnant, now is a good time for that to maybe come into fertilization, should we say. If you're looking for a more active sexual life, there's new beginnings here as well. Let me see. Okay, I'm trying to jump ahead. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, so you got new beginnings here in your number 5 house, which is about abundance, fertility, pregnancy, a child, the house of pleasure, sexuality. Could be about parties as well, going, branching out, new things, new possibilities going on. A lot of new possibilities going on in this house. All right, let's jump over here to house number 6. This is our house of people, pets, and illnesses. All right, and in this house, once again, we have Albus. Albus is that bright light that I was talking about in the beginning, that warmth, that purity, that peace. As far as with people, pets, and things, you were having a little walking away in completion here. This could be moved though, but in general, everything looks good. It's peaceful here. I don't see any no, everything looks at peace as far as like your friends, your pets, illnesses. Everything looks good. Now, yeah. But also remember what I was saying. Albus is controlled by Mercury, so that's communication. So it's very possible that you have a lot of communication with people around you, your friends, and talk to your pets as well. All right, let's keep going. We're going to move over here to house number 7. House number 7 is what I like to call the house of romance. It is about partners. It is about contracts. And looky here, you have Via in this house. And if you'll notice, you have all single dots in this house. Now, normally, these lines would be 2 dots. It's easier for me when I'm making my chart just to draw a line rather than do 2 dots. 1 dot is an active energy. 2 dots, such as this over here, would be a passive energy. And if you'll look here, you have active energy in all 4 elements: fire, air, water, and earth are all active. So this really reminds me of like electricity. It's like a current, and it's crackling. It's so just busy, and it's like constantly changing and flowing. So there's a lot of activity going on here in the romance house. Now that may be with your spouse. I did see in the pleasure, the house of pleasure, there you've got the dragon's head, new beginning. So you might be trying new ways of doing things. A business partner, a spouse, a significant other, any kind of partnership that's going on. There's a whole lot of movement going on here, a whole lot of static, I call energy, that's happening. It's flowing, it's constantly changing in all forms. The fire, air, water, and earth is constantly changing. Now, I would like to say that Via is ruled by the moon. So when dealing with this kind of static energy here, you really are going to have to use your intuition, okay? Because it's so much, I can hear it like crackle. You know what I mean? It's like how you can sometimes when you're outside and you're standing underneath the power lines, you can hear it crackle. That's really what Via reminds me of here. Now let's keep going. We're going to go over to house number 8. This is the house of death, ghost, magic, and cycles. Those cycles, like I was talking about in the Book of Life, the chapters in the Book of Life, those are the cycles where you end one cycle, you start a different cycle, you end one chapter, you start a new chapter. And this is what helps move you forward through life. Now, in this house, you have acquisitio. Acquisitio is very, very good. Acquisitio is about gain. It's about success, profit and gain. What you want is within your grasp. Okay. Also, with this being the house of death, ghost, magic, and cycles, I really like to put the ancestors in this house. So, your ancestors right now are really, really paying attention to you. You have gained their respect. You're doing what you've got to do. Make sure though you keep up with your altar. All right, just saying. But they really do have your back here. You know. But this is gain. This is success. It's everything you want right within your grasp. Now, I would like to say too, though, with magic, this is magic performed by you. Okay, so you're really gonna have a lot of success in any work that you do this week, or in most cases, most work you do this week. All right, let's keep moving. We're going to move over here to house number 9. This is the house of travel. It's also the house of spirituality and of divination. And in this house, we got carcer. And carcer is exactly what it sounds like, incarcerated. You are feeling stuck. You feel like you are in prison. If your questions are about travel for this week, might not be such a great week to do it. It's just, it's restriction. It's really feeling binded, or travel could actually even be delayed this week. Also, with it being in the house of spirituality, you may be in a house or may be studying a religion or a different spirituality and you feel stuck this week. Okay, it's okay sometimes to feel that way. It really is. It's okay sometimes to feel that way because the feeling will pass and you will get through it. If this is something that you're really passionate about, you're going to get through it. Don't worry. Also, same thing if you are studying a divination, whether you are taking a tarot course or learning a new style of divination. And divination is something that you need to practice on the regular. Okay. And if you're just kind of feeling like, then, and you know that you're passionate about it, it's okay to take a break sometimes, but try not to take a break for too long because that is something they say, oh, it's just like riding a bike. You can just get back on it. Let me tell you something. My ass has gotten so wide that if I got on a bike right now, it would not be like it was when I was in the 3rd grade. I promise you. Same thing when you're doing divination. You've got to keep that practice going. I mean, I know they tell you in a lot of courses it's pull a card every day, pull a rune every day, swing your pendulum every day, do this every day because it takes practice. And the more practice you have, the better you get. I don't know why I'm stuck so much on divination. It may be because I am writing a book on tarot and I will be teaching a tarot class, so be looking for that. But yeah, in travel and spirituality and divination, there's just a stuck feeling or a feeling like it's being delayed. It could be, as far as spirituality is concerned, is that you are doing some type of conversion or initiation, and it just feels like it's taking forever. That could be what the delay is there. All right, let's keep moving. We're going to go over to house number 10. Now, this house could be about the mother, just like we had the one up here about the father, possibility of father. This one could possibly be about a mother. But generally, it's about your career and your reputation. And in this house, we also have acquisitio, which is the figure for gain. This is success. This is for profit. What you want is within your grasp. So if you have been looking for a job, if you have been trying to boost your reputation, this week is going to be very successful for that. Congratulations. I am really happy for you. Um it's also talking about an influencer here too. So yeah, that's really, really good. Now we're moving over to house number 11. This is the house of our friends, help, hopes and wishes, and an unspoken question. Like I was saying earlier, we're going to have a million different people viewing this video every time. And trust me, when you clicked on this video, you had something going on in your mind that you were wondering about, and you're maybe hoping to find the answer in this video. Well, this house is the house of an unspoken question. I'll be honest, I don't think I could handle answering 1 million questions a week. So the answer to your unspoken question is acquisitio. Whatever your question is will be successful. You will be successful in that area or with that thing that you are wondering about. Because here you have acquisitio again. You have a lot of acquisitio in this week's chart. That's very, very good. With hopes and wishes, those are very attainable this week. You're going to have maybe make some new friends, receive the help that you need. Also, this could go the other way. You could be in a more charitable mood and help others. That's very, very nice. All right, here we go. House number 12. This is a house of restrictions, debts, secrets, rumors, things like that. Now, in this house, you have amicio. Now, amicio is about loss. But wait for it. We want loss in this house, do we not? We want to get rid of those restrictions. We want to get rid of that debt. We want to get rid of those secrets, those rumors. We want to get rid of that stuff. So this is a really, really good figure for this house. This is like the best figure for this house. All right, so let's keep moving. Now, if I was doing like I said at the beginning, a more personalized reading and had some context, a direct question, basically up here we would use these. It's kind of set up like a courtroom. These would be like the 12 jurors. You would have a first witness, a second witness, you would have the judge, and then you would have the judge's answer and the effect of the ruling, which is basically the sentence, and then how it affects you and whatever your question was about. However, this is a weekly forecast, and as you can see here, we have the past, and it doesn't say it here, but this is the present. And we also have the future. Now, the future is only applicable with this figure if you let the chart flow. Let it unfold naturally. You don't change anything, then this is what it'll be. But as you all know, we have free will. If there's anything in this chart that you do not like, you are more than welcome to change it to create the outcome that you desire. All right, so in the past, we have Fortuna Minor. That means that you have had success. It was success. It came fast for you, but it really didn't stick around a lot. And success is good, and no matter what form it comes in, success is good. But it's like you got success from an outside source, and it came in fast and it didn't stay. That's because it did come from an outside source and not from you. You are the one that has the inner strength. You are the one that has the capability of creating your own success and your own future. Now, in the present, you have Fortuna Major. Fortuna Major is just, I'm not going to say it's like the complete opposite because it's not, but it kind of is. Fortuna Major. Fortuna Major is success, all right? It's power, it's inner strength, it's great fortune. It is a more difficult path, but it's one that unfolds naturally for you. It's balance, it's greatness, it's sensuality. This type of success, you actually, it takes inner strength from yourself. You have to put in more effort for it, but it does have stability. It does stick. Okay, and that's what we really want. We want to gain success and we want to keep it. Right? I'm nodding my head here, nod along with me. Yeah, there you go. All right. So in the future, you have Via. That's this static energy. It's constant movement, constant flowing, a lot of things going on all the time, which could be good, could be not so good, depending on the situation. Let's take a look at our chart here. We've got, starting off the week, peaceful. We've got some masculine energy in our money and in our building and city and stuff where we live. Could be about our father, but it's also about sudden change in those areas as well. In our house of immediate surroundings, we have endings. I do believe that could be about cycles, though, to be honest. That's really the feeling I was getting here. For the some of you may end up becoming pregnant. Also, you may find new positions in the house of pleasure, new ways to find abundance. I did not say that earlier, but with the crops, you've sown those seeds. You're finding new ways to harvest your crop. Lots of new possibilities and beginnings. Again, you have peace in your house of people, pets, and illness. That is good because over here, illnesses and restrictions kind of go together, because when you get down and out, you're sick, you're down and out. there was a loss there. So everything's at peace here. Things are looking good. Not to say anyone won't get sick. All right, I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to prescribe medication or prescribe anything or make any kind of diagnosis. In your house of romance, you have a lot of energy. It's really, really busy. Okay, a lot going on here in that house. In your house of ancestors, death, ghosts, magic, and cycles, you have acquisitio, which is about gain. You also have gain here in your 11th house, which is your friends, hopes, and wishes, and that unspoken question that you came into this video wondering about. Also, you have gain in your house of career and reputation, really getting an influencer vibe here. For some of you, travel really not recommended this week. You may be feeling stuck in a spiritual sense, whether it be converting, initiating, whatever it may be. Also, divination may be kind of taking a back burner for you for right now for this week. I see a reduction in your debts, your restrictions, and also in the rumors. And I mean, wow, yeah, you've had some success in the past, which is good, but it didn't stick. Now it's here to stay as long as you put in the effort. I mean, things look really good here. You got constant movement, constant flow, and looks like you're going to be a very, very swim, Nemo, swim. You know, your little fishies are going to be out there swimming like crazy. Yeah, but I mean, it looks like an amazing week. It really does. Got some things that you need to work on, but overall, it looks like a really, really amazing week. Well, I hope that this reading has helped you and that it will help lead you and guide you throughout the week. If it has, be sure to share this video so that you can help someone else. Like I said at the beginning, if you would like a more personal and detailed reading for yourself, just go on over to my website at www.conjureknits.com. Click on the shop link and select Geomancy Reading. All right, guys, have an amazing week. Love you bunches.